Hi guys, this is Dirty Visor, and as you can see this is my new 2017 Superleggera. Carbon fibre wheels, carbon fibre heat shield, I think it's called. Rear hugger carbon, whatever that's called, guard carbon. Ooh. This is a little plaque of who set the timing. Carbon fibre fairing, which has been painted over, but you can see on the edge that it is carbon underneath. Let's move forward. Carbon fibre here, that is whatever that's called, along here. Front fairing, front mudguard, and again front wheel. I have actually had the bike PPF'd, paint protection film, so there is some protection to protect it against any scuffs or stone chips or anything like that. And then I did actually personally ceramic coat the rest of it to give it some protection where I didn't, where it wasn't PPF'd. Carbon. Single-sided carbon swing arm, chain guard, carbon again. Everything's carbon that can be made of carbon to obviously save weight. Akrapovic exhaust system. This is actually the race exhaust that adds 5 more horsepower to the has 5 more horsepower than that one down there, which actually the bike comes with. I laid all these out so I could clearly show you guys what I'm talking about. So actually this is the race system that comes in this box. This is the lid to the box, but in this box there is was that exhaust, and also a front screen which is on the bike, so that screen, also a trickle charger, cover, dust cover, and what else, and I think that's it. But that came in this box, so this was included in the price with this exhaust system, which is a race exhaust with no catalytic converter. So this was actually on the bike. Whoa, that sat up into there, and obviously this restricts the flow a bit. I mean, this makes it 215 horsepower, this brings it up to 220, and what you can remove this, put this on, and then this can be put on. But the problem is, if you put this on, you lose the ability to use the side stand on the other side. But Ducati does supply a stand that every time you want to prop up the bike, you could use the stand and put it in there and hold the bike up. But obviously if you go for a ride, you're not going to take that stand around with you, so I just chose to leave the bottom belly pan off and keep the stand. Yeah, so to be honest with you, it is a bit of a mess around. They should have thought it through a bit more, but there is one option, just to cut a hole into this bit to make some room for the side stand, but I chose not to do that. I just chose to leave it off. I think you need to adapt it somehow. That's what some people have done. They've made a little, I think this part we originally thought was for the side stand to come out, but actually that's for the exhaust. But anyway, I think it looks alright. It's nice as the more heat you get through it, the more purpley it gets, so I think it adds to it. Yes, so as I was saying, the plaque is of whoever timed the camshaft timing. I think they're trying to copy off AMG. I think they do it on some of their cars. Put whoever built the engine or something. I add a personal touch, I think. But anyway, looking from the top, this is obviously all carbon. And there we have it, 1299 Superleggera, 102 out of 500. This is a something to do with the brake lever, I think. I think it's when you have brake fade when you're on the track, so you adjust that and it compensates for the heat, I think. Something, don't quote me on anything because I'm not an expert rider. Here we have the, actually we'll turn it on. So just give you a little bit of a start up there just to hear what it sounds like. Indicators this side, that's changed the menu options on the screen. Horn, these up and down. Oh, there's a bit of fly splatter there, I need to clean it. Up and down, they changed the settings while you're riding, I think, from the traction control settings, something I haven't really used it to be honest, but I think that's what they're there for. And on this side is engine start, cut off, and that's adjust the brakes, the I don't know, just the distance that the brake levers are, I don't know, something like, I'm not 100% sure on that, but it does something to do with the brakes anyway, either the distance that this bar is away or the stiffness of it. I think that's it. Obviously there's a larger bubble screen. This what came in the box, it's got a bigger, larger angle. The mirrors, which are pretty useless because they vibrate like hell, but well, obviously they're good to have. Also with the race box kit over there, also you get the blanking plates. If you do decide to just only use it on track, you can take these off, and then there's like a little plaque or plate that you put on either side just to tidy everything up. Yeah, I think that's generally everything. I did actually add a bit of PPF paint protection film of my own because the gentleman that installed the ones on the fairing didn't put any here, and I thought that it might get a bit scuffed, so I bought some off eBay and just cut it up and then just installed it there myself in the general area. And I did actually try and do one for there, but it was so fiddly and it came off after the first ride, so obviously I gave up with that one. Ohling's titanium, as you can read, or as I'm reading it, that's what it says. Apparently they're very good. Obviously the bike has everything the best as far as I'm aware. It has traction control, wheelie control, well, traction control, wheelie control, must have some other stuff, slide control, everything that you can think of has probably got it on. Also the bike weighs 156 kilos dry, so it's really light. Very light indeed. It's very easy to wheel it in and out of the garage. I actually leave this one at the front, which basically I need to move this one to get anything out because it is so light. If I leave the other ones at the front, it is more of an effort to wheelie it in and out. I'll show you what I mean now. Basically, because I'm short of room, when I did the garage tour on the previous video, the bike lives here, and to get that out or any of these out, obviously I need to move that and whatever's here to get them out, and because they weigh more, I opt to leave the Superleggera here, as it's much easier to balance and get out. So yeah, there you have it. Also, actually, I can mention with this, you get this box and this race exhaust. You also get a rear paddock stand, a front paddock stand, and that other little stand that, you know, so you can prop it up if you do away with the side stand. And I think that's it. It's got a tracker on it, obviously, but that doesn't come with it, and the trickle charger I mentioned. Yeah, I think that's everything that comes with it. So yeah, there you go. It was a quick walk around and an explanation of what you get. And also, actually, I should mention that part of purchasing the bike, you get everything that I mentioned included in the price, and also you get a invite to go to Mugello in Italy and go round the racetrack in Mugello on this bike, the 1299S, and also the World Superbike, I think, Chaz Davis's bike, and the other guy's bike. To be honest with you, I'm not up to date with all the, I don't really watch Superbike races, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I got to ride a couple of times around Mugello on, not this bike, one of theirs, twice around the lap, twice on the 1299S, and twice in that Chaz Davis's bike. And to be honest with you, it was a long way to travel just for 6 laps, but whilst you're waiting, or they provided food, and also they had 3 Audi R8s, which is on one of my other videos. I wasn't planning on videoing that, so there's a lot of wind noise in that, but that was, you got to do that. So if you're interested in seeing that drive around the mountains around Mugello, that's the that's the R8 video that's on my channel. And also I did record a Lamborghini drive. You got to drive a Lamborghini, but as I said, I wasn't prepared for it, so I didn't have a chance to set up everything properly. But if anyone's interested in that, I'll put a few clips of it on. So you got to drive the 3 R8s and also a Lamborghini Huracan in convoy with an Aventador S and another Huracan. So yeah, so they provided that for you, and lunch and hospitality. So that was all part of the purchase experience of the bike. There's my mum and dad arriving. I do actually live with my parents. That's how I am able to afford something like this, if anybody was wondering. Yes, and the car obviously, and the other bikes. Yes, I advise anybody, if you're planning on wanting to enjoy buy toys like this, it does help if you live with your parents. Obviously I do pay them a little bit of rent here and there, but yeah, at least it's not having to upkeep your own house. Well, that's how I justify purchasing these things anyway. So yeah, alright, I will keep uploading more or doing more videos when I get the chance, and see what happens and take it from there. So thank you very much, and see you soon. Cheers.